Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007, and today we are going to review Masterverse, Master Universe, New Eternia, Beastman by Mattel. 40th anniversary. Man, I am old. I am old. But enough of that. This right here is another from the new Eternia line within the Masterverse line right here, and I absolutely love it. And it comes in a typical window box that you see with most of these Master Universe. But I'm going to tell you right now, this Beastman right here, Beastman is actually bigger than it's a big figure. It's a big figure, and we're going to do size comparison in a minute. But yeah, I was able to get a hold of one of these. I absolutely love them, and I just want to clarify this because everybody keeps sending me messages like I'm shilling for Mattel or whatever the case may be, so on and so forth. I'm not a shill. They don't sponsor me. They don't send me none of these. I'm very critical about Master Universe. Like the TV show, the Netflix series, I really wasn't a fan of it too much, but I love the toys. I think the toys are great. I love the toys. So with that being said, I'm not a shill. I'm not being sponsored. I just like the toys. If the toy is ugly, I will say it. If the toy is good, I will say it. As you can see, if you look in the past video, I thought Savage He-Man should have been bigger than the figure that they gave us. All right, you know, I will critique things. Just because I don't like the show doesn't mean I won't collect the action figure. So with that being said, we're going to go into this beautiful box right here, and it is absolutely gorgeous right here. You see that Beastman logo on right here. Let me bring this a little bit closer for you guys. Master Universe right there. Nice window box. Master Universe New Eternia Beastman right there. Mattel over here on the side. Beautiful artwork of Beastman right here. And this is the Beastman that is pretty much like representative of Mark Taylor's classic design right here. And it says right here, Master Universe original designs inspired by classic concepts. And this is what Beastman was supposed to look like. This is what they intended him to be. He actually was supposed to be the main antagonist within the story, not Skeletor. He was supposed to be like the main beast. He was supposed to be He-Man's pretty much main antagonist instead of Skeletor. So, but you know, after everything was said and done, and this story goes into it. If you think I'm lying, go check it out. You can do your research. But I knew this from as a kid because I'm into this stuff. I love Frank Frazetta, you know, Frazetta's work. I love all of that stuff. I love barbarians. I love savages. I love seeing big, muscular, and strong people, strong men and women, humanoids and mutants fighting each other, half clothed, over like just conquering and fighting each other over the menial things or whatever the case may be, large things, small things. I love the fantasy aspect of Master Universe and all barbarian lore such as Conan, Eric, so on and so forth. But yeah, over here it has beautiful artwork of Beastman. There's a female Beastman too. Another Beastman. You see Beastman right here, and it says Beastman, tribal leader, shaman of the 7 savage tribes that dwell within the majestic jungles of Eternia. Beastman defeated the mighty bear demon and earned the right to lead his people. Then they mysteriously disappeared. Now he searches all corners of the planet for his tribe. Nothing can stop him from reuniting them under his care. Not the barbaric He-Man, not even the evil Skeletor. And see right here, they have a different storyline going along with it. They even make it seem like He-Man is the barbarian and Skeletor and stuff like that are kind of like looked as savages within their tribe or whatever. And you have the other figures within the line. You have He-Man from the CGI animated series, Zodak, Skeletor, and Catra from the Evil Horde right here. Mattel logo down at the bottom. Also available. Beautiful artwork. Nice box art right there. It is absolutely beautiful. And you have the graphics on the top. Barcode right there. Legal Mumbo Jumbo on the bottom. Barcode right there. So on and so forth, and there we have this beautiful figure. I'm going to bring this back a little bit, and it says 6+ and has a 40th anniversary logo in kind of like a foil right here, as you can see in a nice foil right there. You can see it. But man, this figure looks big, and inside of the package, it feels heavy too. So let's bust open the package and see if Beastman is worth the scratch. Okay, and here we have Beastman outside of the package, and he looks great. This one's going to give you, I'm going to try to give as much as an in-depth review of this guy as possible, but you know, as usual, it comes with these nice graphics that you can pretty much like put in back of Beastman to give him a little diorama with most of the Masters figures and stuff like that. But oh, man, This figure is something to behold. You should definitely have this guy in your collection just from the beginning, even before I finish this. But as you know, I'm always going to go into the accessories first. Here we have, I mean, well, first up, I just let's address the elephant in the room. This club right here. I don't know. Wow, now it's beautiful. I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's nice and big. I would say this thing is coming in at about, this size is about like 5 inches long. Yeah, it's a pretty big club, and it has some weight to it. So does the figure as well. But I'm loving the detail and sculpt of it and everything like that. Could it have had a little bit more wash to give it a little bit more battle damage? Yes. But at the same token, for the price point that you're paying, given the price that most of these action figures are going for, this is great. If you're pretty good with a paintbrush, you can add some stuff to it, because I know I will, or I'll get somebody to do some wash work on this right here to give it a more brutal look. Probably have, for me, I'll probably have like some dried blood on here or something like that, or darken it up a bit, give it a weird worn look. But it is really good. Loving the handle. Nice wraps around the handle right there. The spikes within the club or bat, whatever you want to call it, look real good. They did a nice wood sculpt on it. Looks very, very good. Got the nice circle at the bottom, so maybe you can like hang it on his belt or his back or something like that. But they did a great job with this right here. This is a beautiful accessory right there. Brown, white, and it's like pretty much cast in brown plastic, whatever, but it's beautiful. Then you have the whip right here. And from what I can see, it looks similar to the whip from the previous Beastman within the Masterverse line. But after a comparison, and I'll show you guys later, it's totally a different sculpt. As you can see in the handle, it's done in like the bluish silver or navy silver paint that they have right there. Nice cloth string right here. I think they should have more so done it into like a vinyl to give it like a more of a, because this looks a little bit, it's not bad. I like it. I really like the fact that they really use a string with it. But I mean, I like it better how they did the 2000X line whip with Beastman, where it was just done in like a vinyl, a hard plastic and vinyl, and it just had like a, it had like a little, it was able to look more realistic in certain aspects. All right. Then you have the two hands right here. And the thing about it is they try to add a little wash to it. If you look real good, you'll see like the darkening within it right there. Nails are painted on really good, as you can see right there. Nails are done very well. Has the peg on the back right there. Look at the fur sculpted into the orange plastic or whatever the case may be. Same thing on this hand right here. Looking real good. And you look, you can see a little bit of wash back there, a little bit of darkening and everything like that. So yeah, they're trying. They're really doing a good job with this line. It seems like the more figures that they come out with, they're doing better and better. And then you have his classic harness right here, looking real good. You have the emblem in the chain emblem right here within the harness that goes on Beastman. Has a nice clasp on the back, and yes, there is some wash within the sculpted fur on here. You see the spikes sticking out, and they're painted brown. Nice silver blue for the emblem in the middle of his chest right there, or the medallion. Looks really good. Harness work looks real good. It looks like it's kind of like a leather. It is done in like a vinyl right here. It's really, really good. Looks very good. And yes, we are going to try this on him later on. This looks really, really good. Look at the chain. You can see the chain was painted with some gold. This is a very nice line. I really, really like it. I really like the Masterverse line. I'm going to keep collecting these until the wheels fall off. There's so many different ways they can go with this, because I love the body sculpts and everything in this line. This is good. Look at that. That is a beauty right there. Absolute beauty. So finally, we are going to get to the creme de la creme, fifi, she alum, whatever which way you say it. And this Beastman is something to behold right here. Man, oh man, look at the design. Look at the sculpt on him. Look at those gauntlets, the fur, the imitation fur going on. Look at this. Look how big his back is. Look at the headdress on him. Looking good. And yes, you can take this headdress off to reveal the classic Beastman face. Now, there is a little bit something weird going on with his teeth, because it looks like some blue is on it, but that's not a deal breaker for me. Again, that'll give me something to do in terms of painting them white or painting them yellow, And it looks like, at one point, I thought you could move the jaw. up and down. Look at that, because you see the little separation now. I was like, what's going on? Let me find out. You can open and close his mouth. This looks great. Look at those gauntlets with the spikes coming out, the accessories around his arm. Then there's another accessory, like, you know, it's attached to something else. This is pretty much like the best that you're going to get in terms of being something imitating or representative of 2000X Beastman. I know you guys get tired of me talking about the Mike Young Beastman or the Mike Young Master Universe, but it was such a wonderful run within Master Universe and reimagination of it. Look at these shin guards with the knee pads and the spikes on them, the horns and spikes coming out of it. Feet are done very good. Nice, look at that loincloth, boy. This harkens back to classic Beastman all the way around. This right here is a Mark Taylor thing, because Mark Taylor kind of like wanted him to look like this. There's a skull emblem in the middle of the chest harness right here. And yes, this chest harness can come off. Look at how it's sculpted, like you have scratches and, you know, wear sculpted into the harness to make it look like he's been through battle and everything. There is wash along the figure, as you can see here. Is it like top-notch wash? Of course not, but it's not bad. You can literally, I like it for the fact, I feel as though these figures are a base and they look good either if you leave them how they are, if you want to take a brush to them, a paintbrush to them. The headdress over here looks amazing. Loving this. It's done out of a hard plastic. Looks real good. Has horns going down the back and everything like that. Sculpted in fur. Looks like some creature. Maybe the demon bear that he killed or whatever the case may be. You see the eyes are like blacked out. Not that much wash on it, but it is very, very good. Very clean. Looks nice. Nice sculpt. Loving the spikes down the back right here. And no, it doesn't hook onto his head. It just sits right on top, as you can see right here. And he is looking very, very, very good with it. I like him with or without. And yes, we are going to take the harness off and see what he looks like with and without the harness, with the new harness on him too, so you can get the classic Beastman look. I'm loving the dress, the tribal dress on the mid-skirt going down his loincloth right there. Looking very, very good. Look, they even try to add a little bit of wash on the feet, man. I appreciate Mattel for doing this with this. At the price point, you're not usually getting stuff like this, you know. But this looks really good. The fur is very thick on here. Very nice. The harness that comes down his back is done in a hard plastic. But the spikes seem to be done in a vinyl. It looks really good. This face sculpt is classic Beastman all the way. I am loving this. Totally. Look at that. Side profile looks great. Everything looks great on this guy. They did a great job. Great job, Mattel. Great job, man. Great job. I don't care what everybody else says. I'm loving this Masterverse line. Keep it coming. Keep it going. Let it run, man. Let it run. Even some figures I thought that I wouldn't like, they came out pretty good. I would say thus far, my least favorite one, although I like them all, my least favorite one that I've reviewed, ones that I have reviewed was, what was his name? Savage He-Man, because I thought he should have been much bigger. And Merman was a little lackluster, I guess because of the clean, like the stripped down look he had. You know, I wouldn't expect him to be very muscular, but at the same token, they just made him look like, I don't know, like, and that was from the series, you know? But yeah, this right here looks great. Now, let me stop praising this figure so much. Let's see if we could take this harness off right here. Let's see how this comes off. And it looks like you can pull it from the belt. Yeah, I think I did it right. Let's hope I don't break it. And there's some over here. Bring that over. Yeah, he has a lot of stuff going on, man. This guy is nice. Okay, now I've taken the harness off him, and this is what the harness looks like when it's not on him. As you can see right here. Here he is bare-chested. So you can get like a stripped down look. It looks a little, let me see. Looks a little jointy without his chest harness, but he still looks good. Looks real good. Let's pop it. You know what we want to do. We want to put the classic one on him right here, man. Can that fit over his head? Maybe. Wish me luck. About to pop his head off. because it looks like I'm gonna have to take the head off to get this on. Let me see. If I can get this on without taking the head off, I don't. I usually do that, but no, the head gotta come off. Here we go. Head is off. Slide this on. Strap it in around the back. Let me find out this Beastman gonna look awesome with the classic look to him. Okay, looks like I got it on nice and snug right there. Then we pop this on. And boy, look at that.
What makes you think you can boss me around, Skeletor?
Man, this even looks better than the 2000X line. I'm not the 2000X Beastman, and I love that Beastman. I love that Beastman. Look at this. Look at this, boy. Look at this. Look at that belt, boy. And that's a different sculpted belt. I don't think this is a reuse piece. It's not. I haven't seen reuse for this. I don't know any other figures that are looking like this in the line. So this is a whole new sculpt. Now, I didn't strap the belt on that tight, but you know, I was rushing and everything like that because I wanted to get this on. Let me see. Does it clip? There's a little clasp on the back right here. I just didn't get it right. There we go. It's in tight now, right there. Look at that belt. And they're using better paint and everything, but this belt seems to be cast in like a gold plastic right here. But it's very, very good. And the accessories are just endless with this guy because with this Beastman right here, the options are endless. Let me get into the articulation of this guy, but look at this. This is Beastman. This looks great. And yes, I am going to do a comparison with the other Masterverse figures right here and a few other ones. But as you can see, head goes up pretty far, but because of the beard and chin is kind of constricted. A little bit of constriction going on. Well, there's a lot of constriction going on if you have this piece on right there, but you got some nice joints on the arm, ball joints on the arm, bicep swivel. Yep, bicep swivel, double hinged elbow right there, twist and pivoting in the wrist. And I'm loving this wrist or this gaunt, like I don't know what to call this. It is like a, I don't know, seems like some type of like spike assault weapon for his wrist or whatever right there. Oh man, loving these guards and everything. Loving these bicep guards and the what do you call these? How could I forget this? You know, I've said it before. The gauntlets on the arms right there. The claws look real good on his hand. There's some wash on the fingers right there. Oh my God, man, look at this. You got a swivel, a nice ab crunch right here, twist in the waist as well. The legs go out all the way, and even with him having this the loincloth right here, you can still get some nice leg lifts and everything. Double hinged knee right here, so you can get the rising knee with the spike right there. Twist and pivoting at the ankle. Yes, calf twist. They didn't cut any corners with this guy. He looks great. He looks really good. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull out the hand right here and see how he looks with the weapon, with the club in his hand. And he should look good, man. He should look real good. Let me just push this in here. There we go. And the grips are tight on this. And here we have the club in his hand. And you can see I had slapped on the, when I pretty much transitioned, I slapped on the headdress to see how it would look with this on. And it looks good. He looks like a savage with this on, man. I'm loving this. I am loving this. I am loving this figure. Boy, oh boy. Now, it does look a little over-accessorized if you put all of this on him and stuff like that. But you know, if it's a barbarian, he's supposed to have like the, like just stuff stacked on top of each other, like warm clothing, furs, and all that other stuff, especially Beastman, you know. And you can tell this is possibly the demon bear that he killed or destroyed or whatever the case may be. But this club looks great in his hand, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Nice tight grip too. And this club is stiff. This club is very big and heavy, rather, you know? So I think I covered everything on this guy in terms of his posability, but I can go on again. I'm never ever really going to be able to cover everything, but I try to cover as much as possible with you guys because I actually enjoy looking at the craftsmanship of these action figures that they release now, not just by Mattel, but by all companies, because when I was growing up, we didn't have this type of detail, and we didn't start getting stuff, had like good detailed stuff until like the late 80s and 90s. That's when we started getting like really good sculpts and real nice detail, and a lot of that had to do with McFarlane stepping up, you know, and like, look, people, y'all got to start doing a better job. But yeah, this right here is absolutely beautiful. Loving the face sculpt. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some pictures and videos of this guy, and I will be right back. So like, wow, just wow. This Beastman is literally the embodiment of every Beastman that has been released from the conceptual art of Beastman by the great Mark Taylor, all the way up to the 2000 X line, MOTU Origins, so on and so forth. And I think right here, this is like, if you don't now listen, don't get upset with me. But if you weren't able to get the MOTU Classics Beastman, this one is definitely a good one to have in your collection if you're a fan of Beastman. It looks great. It comes with alternate accessories so that you can get so many different styles going on with him to where like you have every Beastman there is. And yes, you can take the accessories off on his arms. I think you would have to sweat no, they're clasp on there. There are clasps on there so that you can take this off and you can pretty much, he's modular. Like most of these figures that Mattel is making for the Masterverse line, whether you know it or not, they're pretty much modular. You can swap heads, you can swap body parts and stuff like that if you know what you're doing. I love them. I absolutely love Beastman. Beastman is one of my favorites along with Trapjaw. Who else? Trapjaw is one of my I don't know too many MOTU collectors who don't like Trapjaw. You're not human if you don't like Trapjaw. But Beastman, this figure is absolutely amazing. And he's coming in at about, let's see, now mind you, he's bigger than the other masters within the line. He's coming in at about 8 inch, like I would say 7.5 inches. Now mind you, these figures are already 7 inches. So this is a big guy. And that's with me with his legs open a bit and squatting. And even then, he's still kind of big. To show you what you're dealing with, right? Okay, now I just showed you he's about like 7.5 inches, almost 8 inches with his legs closed together, right? I haven't split a bit, but it's a big figure. Okay, so here he is next to MOTU Classics Beastman. As you can see, he is towering over this Beastman right here, right? And that's with his legs split. Let me bring him a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Now he's having issues standing up because the hammer is so heavy in his hand. That hammer is heavy. But this is what you're dealing with right here. Look. That's MOTU Classics Beastman next to the Beastman of now, the Masterverse Beastman. And I think it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Here he is next to Masterverse Beastman from the Masterverse Revelations, MOTU Revelations. And yes, you can see he is towering over Masterverse. And at that time, I thought this Beastman was impressive and big and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how to feel now. Like, I like them both, but this one has my full attention now because it's done very well. And what I was trying to tell you about the whips, look, they're two different sculpts. They didn't just reuse the parts. Maybe I don't see why people complain about the Masterverse line. Look, these are two different whips. Not the same one. They're not the same one. This is the one from the MOTU Revelations. This is the one from the what's the name? Two different whips. One is even bigger than the other one, as you can see. Painted and everything. So this figure is absolutely amazing. I don't know what to tell you guys, but to just go out there and get it. Get it in hand. You will see what I'm talking about. I mean, some people say these figures look a little bit jointy or whatever the case may be. I think it's great. I think they are great. I absolutely love them. I'm loving the body designs that they're doing. And as you can see, they're not reused parts. This one is completely different. I haven't seen this one be reused yet. A lot of, like, it was one reviewer that said that this Beastman was using Stinkor's parts. He's not. He's not using Stinkor's parts at all. I don't know what he was looking at or whatever. This is original sculpt. This is an original sculpt. Now, maybe later on they'll reuse the parts, but I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what he was talking about. And here he is next to He-Man, which I think is great. Harkens back to the 2000X line right there. And he looks fantastic. This reminds me of the 2000X line. Just because He-Man is the most powerful man in the universe doesn't mean like his villains aren't going to be bigger than him. And I love when the villains are bigger. I love the way they made him look in the 2000X line. Yes, I am big on the 2000X line. I love all He-Man. I love classic He-Mans, the comics that used to come with the He-Man, used to come with the Master Universe toys, everything. And here he is next to Masterverse Skeletor within the MOTU Revelations line. Looking great. Looking great. This is how I like to see Beastman. This is how I like to see some of the villains. I like to make it look, I love how Skeletor is in control of these big, giant, monstrous or humongous creatures or humanoid creatures doing his bidding. And here he is. You know we had to do it. Here he is next to Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man right there. And if you ask me, he could even fit in scale with the MOTU Classics right there. It looks great. Love this He-Man. This reminds me of like I love the MOTU Classics line right there. But I'm also loving this Masterverse line as well. And to show you how big he is, here he is next to a G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Soldier right there. That's how big this guy is. That's how big he is. I did want to wait. Hold up, we got a problem here. We got a problem because your boy has stopped in and he was like, "Oh, you have to stay away from me because, well, I don't approve guns, but you are intimidating and I don't like it." So yeah, we have David Nora that wanted to come in there flashing weapons again. So I mean, this right here looks great. This looks great. This looks absolutely amazing. So I don't know what else to tell you guys but to go out there and get him. If you're a Master Universe fan, definitely pick him up. I love it. I love it. And there's so many different options you have with this guy. So with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, what do?
What makes you think you can boss me around, Skeletor? Instead, go and bust it open.
Grips are very tight on this. Come on, let me get that in there.